two former Trump White House lawyers expected to appear Friday before a federal grand jury investigating the events surrounding January 6th. The sources familiar with the matter tell ABC News. Former White House counsel Pat Cipollone, former Deputy White House counsel Pat Philbin, subpoenaed by a federal grand jury investigating the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, of course, in efforts to overturn the 2020 election, ABC News reporting last month. Joining us now with more, ABC News investigative reporter Catherine Faulders. So, Catherine, the move to subpoena the two men signaling an even more dramatic escalation in the Justice Department's investigation into the January 6th attack than previously known. Who else has appeared before a grand jury so far?
Oh, look, these are the two most senior former Trump White House officials that we know of to be subpoenaed by a federal grand jury, but also speak to a grand jury. We know that former staffers to Vice President Mike Pence have also appeared before the grand jury, his former chief of staff and his former top lawyer in the White House. But this definitely signals an escalation in the department's investigation into the events surrounding January 6th. And look, these are two people who were in the White House, especially Pat Cipollone, the former White House counsel, in the White House during those last days of the Trump administration when there were very few people around him. So they have insight into a lot of these events.
So, Catherine, what are we expecting to hear from the former lawyers, and what does the grand jury expect to hear from them?
Well, look, we know that there's multiple grand juries impaneled investigating specifically the events surrounding January 6th. Also, we know of a grand jury investigating the fake electors effort, the push by Trump and his allies. So, look, I think that they are going to discuss this and be asked about this in some depth. They have insight into lots of what was going on with the legal team, lots of the efforts to push and overturn the election. And look, these were ultimately two people, and especially Pat Cipollone, who was really there, you know, in those last days of the White House, who were urging Trump against this. We're giving him legal counsel that essentially said, you know, you can't do this. And clearly it's not something that he listened to. So investigators are deeply interested, of course, in that and also other efforts surrounding the effort to overturn the election as well by Trump and his allies.
Catherine, you mentioned Pat Cipollone. Obviously, he has already testified before the House committee. Just remind us of what he said then and how this could affect going forward.
Look, he sat for a transcribed deposition that was played during the hearings. We heard everything from the efforts from the legal team, how he thought that Trump shouldn't go to the Capitol in the first place, how he thought his rhetoric was fueling some of what happened on January 6th. So, again, something that could also come up behind closed doors to the federal grand jury.
Catherine, thank you so much. Catherine Faulders.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.